What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 27 of the Screen Team podcast. My name is Gus.
My name is Alex.
Sal.
And we are the Screen Team. Today we are going to be talking about episodes 1 and 2 of Falcon and Winter Soldier. MCU's newest show on Disney Plus. It is streaming now week by week. We're going to review it as we get the episodes. So let's talk about the first two episodes. What did you guys think?
We'll go first.
I don't have much to say about this. I'm in around the same boat that I was with WandaVision. I already like it more than WandaVision, but I still am not too excited to watch. How many shows are there going to be? How many episodes?
6.
6?
Oh, it's only going to be 6? Okay,
No
that's not
way.
bad. That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll get that
I was
over
going to say,
quick.
these are longer.
Are they?
Right?
They
They're
are.
like 10 minutes longer. 10,
They're like 10, 15 minutes longer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I like that more.
I feel like the action scenes are a lot better than like WandaVision, like a little more higher budget. I don't know. They don't seem like as bad effects as like WandaVision. I feel like there's a lot of scenes in WandaVision where you could tell that the budget was low, and in this one I didn't catch that. So, plus.
For me, I'm like more towards that Alex level of like, oh, like it's just a low budget show. Like, who cares? I want to watch a movie. With this one,
Then WandaVision?
yeah,
Interesting.
I liked WandaVision more because from the beginning I already knew, okay, we're getting a show. We're not getting a multi-million high budget film that they're gonna put in theaters. It's a show, so I already had expectation. So I the one thing I at least wanted from these shows is, okay, give me something different then, something that's not gonna be just like the movie, because so WandaVision was different. It was just the whole setup with like, oh, they went down the decades of doing different types of sitcoms and comedies. That was different. It was not just the original like or that template of Marvel for their films, and I felt like these shows are just
Same template.
the same template, but now like a lower budget show now. So it's like it is a lower value thing to me. At least the other thing, it's on a different scale. I feel like people will say like, oh, you can't compare this because it's different, and I hate when people say that, but I'm kind of using it right now. So it's like a different scale at least. I feel like a different because it was so different at least in the beginning. So that way I can enjoy it like on a different level than this. Because now it's on the same scale, it definitely feels like on a lower scale. But having said that, like it's still pretty good. It's only been 2 episodes, and we'll see what happens in the next 4. I might end up like loving this show. So
Okay.
we'll see.
For me, I'm enjoying it a lot. I haven't really I think the action scenes, given the budget, look good. Personally,
Yeah,
I think
so too.
they've been exciting. Like the fight scene in the second episode on the trucks, I thought that was like really good choreograph and everything. I thought it was fun to watch. I thought it was exciting. I like that we're again exploring these characters that we normally don't get a chance to really get a lot of information on. So I think Sam Wilson, or the Falcon, is like really charismatic character and everything, and he's like fun to see on screen. He's really like quippy and like he makes good jokes and stuff like that. I enjoy that part of his character. And then Bucky is obviously this like damaged, like scarred person, and like dealing with all his own like demons from his past as a weapon basically. And I like that. I like these like character studies of like these two different people and getting just like these like little stories that are important to the MCU in the sense that like obviously they're going to have some sort of implication, but they're not going to be like these like groundbreaking stories either. And I'm fine with that, and I enjoy that.
You
and
think
like,
so?
Yeah,
I feel like they are gonna
to
have big implications
You-
because WandaVision,
I think
I feel like
WandaVision
had a
will
big
have
implication
bigger implications for
Vision.
sure. But
Yeah.
and you don't think this will?
I don't think it'll be like huge, but I
Well,
also
we
don't
don't know.
really know.
Yeah.
Like, I think everything that I've seen from the trailers, I've seen in the first 2 episodes at this point,
yeah, sure.
except
A lot
for
of it.
like one thing, which is Zemo,
Right.
like with the mask. But other than that, I mean, like, I feel like everything we've seen so far has been in these 2 episodes, and I don't know. I'm enjoying it a lot.
There
I
are
like
some
it.
things in these episodes that I didn't know about. Did they show the other Captain America in the other 2 episodes in the previews?
Yeah.
They showed him really? I don't remember.
I don't remember him. I know there's a scene when in the
didn't
football
watch-
field where there's a Captain America figure like walking forward, running forward towards the stage, and that's the
You mean like showed his face?
no, the back of him. So they didn't show his face. It was just like the
Oh,
back of him.
you're saying like they didn't show it in the trailers?
No, I'm talking about in the trailer. I remember a football scene when
Yeah,
Captain
yeah.
America's at least outfit is running
Yeah.
away from the camera, so it's only showing his back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I didn't think much of it. I just thought, okay, maybe I thought it was just like a mascot. That's really what I thought it was when I saw a preview. I didn't think it was like, oh, it's this new Captain America,
Yeah.
which is now
It's
turned
cool.
out to be. I find him super annoying.
Yeah, it's just super annoying.
I don't. I'm confused. I almost feel like he might be a villain later on. Is he a villain?
I think so. Yeah. So
I don't know what he is. Is
what-
he one of those super soldiers too that maybe works
He
with
is
them or
not
for
a
them?
super soldier.
Yeah, I don't think
Well,
yet.
that's what they said, right? Because he's supposedly just like
He's not yet, for sure.
maybe he's like secretly Hydra this whole time. Like I don't know.
I think it's just gonna be annoying the whole show. He's gonna be like a little nuisance.
that's
Like,
not really a
they're gonna
villain.
just
then.
try to get rid of
See,
him and
That's not really a villain.
like a dumbass. Just the whole show. I think that's what it's gonna be, and they're just not gonna make friends with them. I don't know. I hope it doesn't turn into this thing where they work together and save the day, or I hope it turns into like a villain setup where
I definitely
He
think
goes
he's
bad.
gonna. Well,
You definitely gonna be a villain.
based off of like what I kind of know about like the story that they're kind of trying to tell, I think he might be a villain. Based off of who the
Oh.
character is.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So they might go.
But yeah, they're introducing a lot of things. I guess kind of downplayed like the implications of it, but they're definitely talking about a lot more super soldier stuff, like
Yeah.
all these experiments, and that's important because the character in the second episode, the older man that Bucky lost to, that ripped off his arm, he was
Wait.
a black Captain
Okay,
America.
so I was
Black
confused. I forgot that one scene. Supposedly he ripped off his arm, right?
Yeah.
I thought he lost his arm like when he fell, or didn't they put that arm on
No,
him?
he ripped off his metal arm.
Oh, his metal arm.
His
His
metal
already ripped off
He
arm.
fought
Yeah.
the Winter Soldier, and when he already had a metal arm, and he ripped the shit out of his metal arm.
Oh,
and
got
they
it.
remade it,
And they
but yeah.
rebuilt it.
I was gonna say, I thought they already had explained
No,
him with
yeah,
his
that,
arm.
that was
before.
from like the
So
train.
real quick, back to what we were saying about the like big implications of the show. I think that's the only thing keeping me attached to the show, and I think that's what Disney and Marvel are hoping for, is that people watch this because they think or they know that these shows are going to come with really big events that are going to tie in with the movies,
Yeah.
and I don't like that. That's annoying. Like, I want to watch a show that's good because it's just a good show, not because I need to know what's going to happen, you know? It's just a different feeling when you're watching
disagree.
a show that way.
I used to
just
say
like, oh, like I'm gonna watch it because something's gonna happen, you know.
I disagree. I used to say that with like the DC stuff and their like DC shows, like their CW shows,
I
like
hate it.
small, like whatever, like
Yeah.
like please don't connect something with these shows from the movies, because now you're forcing me to watch like 8 seasons, however
Yeah.
many episodes.
Mhm.
But this is not that. This is like 6 episodes, bro. Like calm your ass down.
I mean, they did it with WandaVision.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah,
The,
it's a weekly thing. They're 30 minutes long.
it's still a lot. It's still a different reason why I'm watching the show. I'm not really watching it because it's good or because I know it's like I'm really picky with shows. I only ever watch or finish a show if I like start watching it and like it's really good. Where like, oh heck yeah, I really want to watch this and I'm addicted to it, and I'm watching every episode back to back. But this one is just like I'm watching it
Well,
because
again-
I know it's gonna tie in with the
Again,
MCU.
I agree, because there's a lot of shows. All right, they're like, you'll get the first season. It's like 10 episodes, and then you're waiting for the next season, and it's multiple seasons, right? It's like a long commitment.
Yeah, I don't
This
care
is
how
not
long.
that.
I don't care how long commitment.
This is that. Well,
That isn't
I
really-
feel like that's really the reason in the back of your mind, like why you don't want to be
That was
committed
just
to a show,
that
because
would
then
just make it suck a lot more if it was a longer commitment. I'm glad it's only 6 episodes. That makes it easier, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm only watching it because it's gonna tie in with the MC universe.
So if it wasn't tied into the MCU, you wouldn't be interested
No.
whatsoever.
I
And
probably-
why is that?
It's just not that good. It's just not. I don't know. Like I said again with shows, I'm
Well-
a lot more pickier when it comes to shows because it is like you were saying, a commitment, right?
I
In a
thought you
sense,
said
right?
okay.
So it makes me a little pickier. Like I don't want to go into a show and not like it, or just be dragging on for 6-7 episodes. Like, it just doesn't seem that fun to me. A movie, even like when you start watching a movie, I don't pull out of movies even if it's bad, because you're gonna go over with like in 2 hours, right? But for this, it's just not like the first episode was okay. It wasn't like I needed to watch the next episode, right? I didn't get that feeling.
Well,
I don't know if you guys
I
did.
think the thing with these episodes and with most shows is that the first few episodes are not going to be as good as the last few episodes. Like, we're going to get the meat.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
setup.
We're going to get
That's
we're going to
true.
get the meat of our thing of our what we want to see in the last few episodes. So try to think of it as one whole movie, and
Well,
especially because it's not like
I mean, think of your favorite shows. Think of some of your favorite shows that you've ever seen. You don't have favorite
yeah,
shows.
well, that one on Netflix with the fucking the psychology one with the criminals.
Oh, did you ever finish watching that? You never
Yeah, I
finished
did.
it? Oh, did you?
It was only two seasons, and they're not gonna remake new ones.
And did you? So
What's
like,
it called? I forgot what it's called. Can you help me, Alex?
yeah,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
my
It's something about not Criminal Minds, but
What's it called?
Mine Hunters.
Mindhunters, yes.
Yeah. I didn't know it was only
Mindhunter.
2 seasons, really.
And they didn't renew it, so
Oh,
it's like,
okay.
I'm so mad.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
that's. Wait, what's your point though? What's your
Like
point?
did you have the same feeling when you were watching episode 1 of Mindhunters as you were watching episode 1 of Winter Falcon? Like, that's like when I think of my favorite like show right now, it's like Attack on Titans. Like, when I was watching Attack on Titans episode 1, I was attached. Like, I'm gonna finish this for sure, right? With this, it's just like, sure, I'll watch it because I have to.
I'm confused.
Because it's connecting
So,
to the MCU.
I guess
It's not
Like,
your
they got
favorite-
me.
Wait.
So I feel like Disney got me here, you know?
It's not your favorite show.
so. The thing
What?
that like I feel like the way that you're judging it is like kind of unfair in a way, because not every episode of every show is always good, right?
True.
So I think you're kind of like, I don't know. It's weird.
Maybe I should give it time.
Maybe
Because
maybe it's that. Maybe it's a time thing. But you also didn't like WandaVision, basically, right? And
Yeah.
I feel like you kind of went in with the mindset that you weren't gonna like it
No,
either.
negative. I actually thought I was gonna love
I don't know.
WandaVision. I went into WandaVision and I enjoyed like the first 2 episodes, when they were doing like
Yeah.
when it was just weird, but then after it just became a chore, man. It just wasn't good. I didn't think it was that good. I just watched it because I knew it was gonna tie into the MCU, man.
Well, Alex, you don't have to watch them.
No, I'm gonna watch them. No, I have to watch 'em.
well,
Everybody's watching these
well,
shows.
that's
We have to watch these shows. There's
no. Well, I guess I understand what you're saying. It's not like the best show ever, which is usually like the shows you watch,
Uh-huh.
right? Because if not, you don't stick to it. If it's not the best show ever in your mind, one of the best shows ever, you're just not gonna keep watching more shows. Like
Okay.
Mindhunter, I thought it was the best show ever, so I kept watching more shows.
Yeah.
Like Attack on Titan, you thought it was the best show ever, so you kept watching more shows. The Lost, at least in the beginning, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is so good.
addicting.
You know, you gotta
Yeah.
finish it.
Yeah.
There's not one show that you watch that you did not think it was really good, right? Is there ever a show that you watched that you did not think, oh, this is really really good? The whole thing,
The whole show?
well, the whole season or the whole.
Attack on Titans. Yeah.
No. Is
No,
there
you're
ever
saying
a show
that you didn't.
that you did not think was really good and you still ended up seeing the whole thing?
Oh no.
Like, that never happens.
Yeah.
The only reason you continue to watch a show
Because you think it's
is
good.
because you think it's really really good.
Okay.
Right? And this is not that really really good.
Okay.
You just had to watch it and you just keep watching it and
Okay.
and you're deciding, and it's not to the level of the other show that you already have on this other scale.
Sure. That's true. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So it's not like it's a shitty show. It's not a shitty show.
Yeah. It's not the worst show I've ever seen. Before I, let me
No
put that out
one
there.
watches. Well,
It's not like it's a bad show. It's I enjoy it as I'm watching it, but it's just not like the greatest to me. That's the only
well, again, I feel like every person that has their shows that they watch religiously,
Yeah.
they only continue to watch them because they fall in love with them in the beginning. Right? No one watches shows they're not in love with. Like, they really like the shows. It's different from a movie too, because
Yeah.
just a one thing. You watch a whole bunch of movies that you don't really like because you don't know whether you like them or not
Yeah.
before you watch them. But shows, you know whether you like the show or not within the first 2-3 episodes, right? So this scale that you have of like your shows, they're all really good
Oh,
shows.
I see what you
The
mean.
same thing for everybody.
I see what you mean.
Like
yeah.
all the shows that you like really know of are like on
Are-
this
are
like
only
super
the
high
ones
scale.
are only the ones I really like.
Yeah, because those are the only ones
I finished.
The only ones you finish, the only ones you watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is not, and not only have you not finished this, like
I see what you mean.
you're comparing this to like the things you love the most already.
I just hope this gets me really excited for the movies, and I hope that's the only thing I'm kind of gonna hope to gain out of this is that I just get more excited for whatever MCU has in theaters.
I think the other thing is also is that when they plan on releasing these, we're supposed to get like a film and like
Yeah,
yeah.
oh,
there were
then you're
supposed to be
watching
movies
like
in
the show
between.
like on the
That
side,
would've
like
been-
that you'll get pumped by the film.
That would make
And
more
then
sense.
like
Yeah.
it's like an appetizer like on the side, like oh now we got Falcon Winter Soldier while we wait for the next like super big MCU movie.
Yeah,
And
these were
they
supposed
kinda
to be
connect.
the filler moments, like
Mhm.
this is like the build up until the movie. But unfortunately, with COVID, everything got delayed, and again, Black Widow got delayed too. So it's just kind of like one of those things where, obviously, we're watching it under just different circumstances that they wanted us to watch it in.
Yeah.
And I think if there were those like big budget movies like coming out in between, I think it would be like, oh damn, like I wish there was more Marvel stuff that we could watch. And lo and behold, you just go on Disney Plus and like every week there's a new episode of a show that is telling a story that's involved in
The
the
MCU.
actual bigger MCU. And I think that would have like maybe helped you a bit. And then also like the thing is like going back to what Sal was saying, like the shows that you have watched, like what you like, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
Attack on Titan, those are probably like three of like the biggest shows that you like, right?
Yeah. 100%.
All those are considered some of the best TV minus like the last season of Game of Thrones of all time, right?
True.
Like
So to compare it to this.
yeah, so to compare
Breaking Bad sucked,
comparatively
though.
comparatively it just gets like kind of lost in the wind.
Yeah.
And like I personally don't think Falcon Winter Soldier is like one of the best shows I've ever seen, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm like
enjoying it, yeah.
I like the characters, and I like that it's part of the MCU, so that's why I'm continuing to watch these shows. So,
Yeah.
Plus, also, I feel like the whole MCU is really one long TV show.
basically, yeah.
Like, with like one long TV show, it's like you gotta watch all of them.
Yeah,
And usually when there's a good TV show, it's like the first two episodes are like really good, right, to get you hooked, and it's like a lot of filler, like a lot of setting up, a lot of character development, a lot of other stuff
Yeah,
going
all the
on, and then
origin
like
stories.
the climax, and then over again with the next season, and then with like some highs in the middle, maybe like a few crazy things might happen, and a whole bunch of ups and lows, right? And usually with the movies, we just get a lot of highs. So I think Marvel's doing a lot of good with these shows of like explaining more stuff. Like at least with these shows that have more time to like Gus was saying, give us more about the characters. Also maybe explain other stuff that they might not have enough time doing in the films. So doing this with the films might actually do a lot of good as far as setting up films and explaining things that they might not have time for in films.
definitely. And
It's true. Yeah. I hope we get the same thing as WandaVision, get good character development, and I'm gonna like these characters more after the show. I think that's the goal for MCU. That's what it seemed like it was for WandaVision.
Yeah, so basically the way that I'm seeing this is obviously Steve Rogers wanted Sam Wilson to be the next Captain America, right?
Yeah.
So this is like almost his origin story as becoming the new Captain America.
Is that what it is? Is that what's
And
going on?
that's kind of what I'm seeing.
I feel
it
like that's
as.
being implied. I'm like, I'm not too sure what's going on. I don't know.
But is he gonna lose his wings?
Yeah.
No.
He's gonna wear the suit with the. Is he
Yeah.
gonna wear the wings
Yeah.
and the shield?
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
And it's weird that he didn't give it to Bucky. Also, I mean, Bucky.
Mhm.
He gave it to
Yeah.
Sam?
So
Sam.
what's his name?
Yeah.
Sam. Yeah.
Sam. Yeah.
Uncle Sam.
Well, because Bucky's kind of obviously
Yeah,
had
yeah,
his
yeah.
his
Unstable.
problems.
Unstable,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think that's why?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean,
Like he still believed in
I think
him and
that's fine.
everything, but he also knows that like he's been through some shit and stuff. So that's how I see it. at
Question. It's a little off topic.
I feel like
are
they
they
didn't have to.
are they gonna make like a Captain America show with like
Chris Evans?
Chris Evans when he was in the past?
There was rumors
They might come
about
back.
that he might
I
come
don't know.
back, but I honestly don't see it happening.
Interesting.
A Captain America show like a prequel?
Yeah,
Like,
with
no, well, like
Captain America
him
and,
returning the stones to like their current or there's
Oh.
right times, right? That's what you're talking
So,
about.
like when he went back
Yeah,
the
to
past.
go to the
Yeah.
past to
Yeah.
take them all back.
I
Yeah.
don't like that. I don't want.
I think it would be interesting, but I also don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um,
Necessary.
But yeah, so I guess let's talk more about like the specifics of the show now that we've kind of gotten our general thoughts out of the way. So
A lot, general thoughts.
yeah,
that was a
yeah.
lot.
It's a little bit more than we usually do
Yeah.
without going into specific spoilers like
Yeah.
right away. So movie opens with like, or not movie,
The show.
show opens
See,
with
man?
Falcon like doing his like little thing. Like, he works for the government obviously because his
Oh, he doesn't.
yeah he does.
Yeah, he does.
He technically does because his
I
wings were
thought-
made by the U.S. government. So
He does, but he doesn't.
He does.
Because
he's a free
because-
agent. He's a free agent.
he can do
What
what,
does that
he
mean?
wants.
What does that mean?
He's
But he also works off contracts with them. I
yeah,
think.
sure, yeah. Think of like
That doesn't make sense.
think
Either you
of-
do or you don't, man.
think of like
It's both. He does work
because
for
the
them,
Captain
but
America,
Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, bro. They're like free agents. They work for the U.S. government, but they're like doing their own missions. They're
Tom
doing
Cruise is
other
badass.
missions.
We're not
So-
Tom Cruise here.
Sure, we'll
But
kind
yeah.
of see it like that, yeah.
And that's why he couldn't cross the country borders or whatever.
Yeah.
Cause
But then I feel like he would be then if he is a free or whatever.
well, but he was working for the U.S. government.
But
at
so
that
is
time,
Tom
so-
Cruise, and Tom
Yeah.
Cruise can
But
cross.
Tom Cruise,
borders.
that's different stuff. Oh my god.
Well, you brought in Tom Cruise, so
I did it.
I'm so.
Um,
But he went rogue. Remember, he was a bad guy at one point. So
True.
crossing any borders at that point.
I actually saw the most recent Mission Impossible recently.
Really?
Good.
Yeah.
Barely the first time.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
man.
one with
What the hell?
Superman.
Fallout.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dude, that one's so
it
good.
was really good. Yeah.
What took you so
Anyways.
long?
Alright, moving on.
Yeah, I don't
Moving
know.
on.
I just didn't watch it.
Oh my
Um,
So yeah,
God.
so Sam is doing his thing.
And then
He
he has his
finds George
little-
St. Pierre again.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah. I
same
thought that
guy.
was cool that they brought in the
The guy
what
who
if-
fought
what
Captain
is it
America.
called? I forget what his villain name
Yeah,
is called.
I
Like
forgot his name.
Oh, that's his real name.
George St. Pierre is the MMA fighter
Yeah,
Oh.
the actor
for
Oh.
UFC.
Got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they have their little fight. I thought it was cool. I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then
Got me excited.
they go back into the town, and his friend Jose, right? I think his name was Jose.
Wait, time out.
So one of the
He's
first
an MMA fighter.
that-
Yeah.
The
I,
main.
I
bad-
feel like that gives more like impact to that first fight he had with Captain
Well,
America.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if I would have known that, I'd be like, "Oh, the real MMA."
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like, and it would have made more sense to me. Like, oh, he was kind of keeping up with him.
Yeah.
You know, just for me to like kind of build up, like, oh, like this real MMA fighter
Yeah,
versus Chris
'cause
Evans, kind of.
Well,
Not
we,
even
thought
Captain
it, we
America.
thought it was stupid.
I thought it was stupid. Like, okay,
How's
why
this
is
regular
this guy?
dude?
How is this regular dude?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
he was like
if
the
I would've
best
known
MMA
that-
fighter for a while.
that would have been cool. You know, Captain America just beat his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then they're back.
Man.
They're back in the town, and his friend Jose is like showing him like this like handprint thing that's like in an augmented reality
Yeah.
phone app.
Like the
There-
Pokemon
there's-
Go
yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah, there's
So
this
weird.
new like villain organization coming up, the Flag Smashers, or something like that. And yeah, so
Flag Smash.
they're doing their thing. They don't really know too much about it. At the end of the episode, he ends up kind of like going in to try to work with them, like
He
undercover.
infiltrates, He infiltrates.
Yeah, he infiltrates Jose,
Oh yeah.
and he's like recording them and shit. And then he
Get his ass beat
gets
by
he gets
super
his ass
soldiers.
beat by a super soldier because they're like really strong. Obviously, they're like basically Captain America's, and there's like 8 of them or something.
Yeah, that's so crazy,
So,
man. Yeah.
So that's pretty big.
Captain America's. I don't like that. He's Captain America, but there's like 10 of him.
There's
Like,
well, that's what
Well,
that's
I-
what makes Captain America though. It's not just the fact that he has
He was strong.
the super soldier powers. It's all the other stuff. Like he's smart. He knows how to win battles. Like it's-
Strategic.
yeah, he's very strategic. So I got that feeling as well. But then
No.
I thought, well, that's not really what makes Captain America Captain America. It's a bunch of other stuff than just being super strong and super fast.
Yeah.
So
oh wow! I almost cried there, Alex.
You're
Sure,
still
that was
big.
good, but
Yeah.
no.
Oh my God.
Thor
yeah.
will just beat his ass anytime. I don't care how much
Captain America?
America's-
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
Hulk will destroy him.
I don't know about that either.
Iron Man, if he really wanted to, can destroy him.
I don't know about that either.
Yeah,
You're giving him Batman level.
Yeah, I don't know about
yeah.
that.
I would put him on level as Batman almost.
No,
What
no,
level of Batman?
Not even. I think it could be Iron Man on 101.
You think it'd be Iron Man?
I think it'd be
He's
pretty
not
close to him.
bulletproof.
I know, but he has a shield and he knows how to maneuver.
Iron Man could throw a missile at
fight.
him.
I mean, he technically did kind
Bro.
of be.
No. The movie, they put him on par. They're not on par. I'm not. In the movie, they put him on par. They're not on par. They're not.
Remember the scene with in
Not
the
real
first
life.
Hulk movie where the Hulk fights the super soldier Abomination before he becomes Abomination.
Sure.
And like he's giving a run for his money.
Yeah.
That's how I see Captain America.
And then Hulk beat his ass. He gave him
Yeah.
one kick and he beat
he
his ass.
just stood there, sure, but Captain America's
Women
Captain
just stood
America.
there.
He just
I
stood
don't
there
know.
and he's
I
like,
don't
come on,
remember
like hit
too
me,
much.
like
Yeah. Oh, okay.
he just hit him once. That's
Uh,
it. It's like he wanted to get his ass kicked.
Yeah. I mean, okay, we're
Eventually, he would have destroyed him, though.
Okay. Let's go back to the show because we already had a pretty long discussion before this. So, then there's like kind of like in between all of this, there's like character development with Sam. Like he goes back to his family, and
Super
were
pretty.
they snapped away? I don't remember.
Yes. You're talking about Bucky and Sam?
No, Bucky and Sam were, but his family wasn't, right?
Oh,
Whose family?
His sister,
did
Sam's?
they disappear?
Oh,
No, they were not.
Yeah,
his sister
'cause
stayed.
she was talking about like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I've been having to deal with this for the past 5 years. And
Yeah,
blah,
so
blah,
I
blah,
love
blah.
that whole dynamic
Yeah.
with like the
The-
separation with the people who left and the people who stayed.
Yeah.
And you can see like there's gonna be a divide, and then there's people fighting.
Yeah, and that's kind of
Love
what
that.
we end up finding out later on, that the Flag Smashers, their whole MO is that they were left behind during the 5 years, and they hate that the government, I guess.
No, they didn't get snapped.
They didn't. Yeah,
They
that's
did not.
they were left behind. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they had to deal with like, they don't like that the government's just like favorites, like I guess showing favoritism to
Helping.
the
Yeah.
people that were gone.
And came back.
And
It
came
feels
back.
kind of political.
It's
Yeah.
very political.
Yeah. It's cool.
Um,
I like it. It's like they're helping these people, but they just
They're not,
completely
yeah.
forgot about all the people that have
It
been
makes
there.
me feel of the way like some people might feel about like maybe immigrants. Like, oh, why are we helping these immigrants who
Interesting.
before you even help your citizens themselves?
Interesting.
Which is
Kind of,
but
I
except
guess.
that they're
That's-
not. But
Those
yeah.
are the bad guys right there, you know. So it's like it's political, but like there's something there.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it has a lot of political undertones. I
Uh-huh.
mean, I think one of the reasons that Sam also didn't keep the shield and become Captain America kind of hints at it in the second episode, is he didn't think like
black.
he would. Yeah, he was
Is
black.
that what it is?
Partially, yeah. I mean,
I think so too.
I think.
He kept implying something like you don't understand. I'm like, what is he saying? Like I don't like why.
Well,
like,
he
is
he
saying-
doesn't feel like he's good enough regardless. But I
Okay.
think
Is
him
it-
also being black kind of makes him
Right,
feel
what-
like he's not.
because
I mean,
essentially there was a black Captain America this whole time.
yeah.
Okay.
And that
And
also
no
makes
one
it-
ever
Oh
talked
yeah,
about
this
him.
is after the fact. This is after he finds
He
out.
finds
that's
out,
that's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah. Okay.
Right,
But
the-
he was
the old
he was
guy.
saying that before though.
Yeah,
Before he met the
he-
black Captain America.
Yeah, he felt like
saying-
he wasn't good enough.
And
Black
in
Captain
general.
no, but this kind of just told us,
Solidifies
the
it.
audience, like,
Yeah.
oh, this is another reason, like,
Yeah.
that's exists in his world.
He doesn't want to.
I mean,
Yeah,
obviously,
I
It's
don't like
different
that
time,
it's
but-
going there. Yeah, it's just a different time.
but
It's just
I-
like just put him, just give him the shield, man. Just let
I-
him be in the role.
there.
Like, why does he
he's
have
Who
to
you
be
talking about?
that-
Who?
Like, just
Who?
He's
the
gonna have
story
it
that they're
then.
telling here. Like, I don't understand why they're doing this. Why are they making this thing about like him? He's black, so what? Like, just give him the shield, let him be Captain America. It
Well,
doesn't have to be about.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
think it's
uh,
completely
no,
that. That's
no,
the
no,
thing.
It's just dumb.
I
to
think
me.
it's not dumb, and here's why. Because, like, especially like right now in the real world,
Yeah.
there's talk and voices about Michael B. Jordan being next Superman. People are
Okay.
going up in flames. People are going crazy. They're like, oh my god, it's not
Yeah.
him, blah blah blah. It's the same kind of reaction that he's afraid of if he becomes Captain America. The exact same kind of reaction.
Yeah. No.
Yes. Point.
No.
What do you mean no? I feel like I just made my
think
point.
it's just put him in there and just give him the shield. Let him be the next Captain
I
America.
think
don't
That's
agree with it.
that's exact
See,
I don't agree with
TV
that.
and film always has social commentary, so it's kind of a given that it's gonna be brought up in some sort of fashion, and I don't really have a problem with it. But yeah. Anyways, back to the show. What else happened? Well, we keep talking about it. So there's this point where Bucky, they find out like that they're all super soldiers, and they go to one of the only other super soldiers that Bucky knows about, and I forget his name, Isaiah Bradley, maybe. I think that was his name. Was the Black Captain America basically, and he
was just a super soldier.
Yeah, he was a super soldier that beat Bucky's ass back in the day, and instead of like praising him and celebrating him and everything, they kept running tests on him and like did all kinds of bad shit to him.
Yeah.
And
he got experimented on essentially.
Yeah, and
Captain America
never knew about it, and Bucky never told him about it, and just all kinds of problems and stuff that came with that. I heard that his grandson, the one that opened the door, might actually end up being a super soldier too, or at least have like genetically pushed it down, and he might end up being part of the Young Avengers at some point that they're kind of building towards.
Wait. Just summarize like the past minute and a half. What?
Spaced out there.
So
we're talking about the super soldier.
Grandpa, Isaiah Bradley. He
Oh,
was
okay.
Captain America.
The Black Captain America.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not really the Black Captain America.
Well, he was at the time. Like that's like
He's not
what
really black? What are you talking about?
He was referred to.
Did they
in the
refer to-
comics.
Okay,
In the
okay.
comics.
Oh, we're talking
Oh,
about
really?
comics.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? He was a Black Captain America?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like-
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
in the 60s or whatever time period it was.
At the same time as Captain America?
Well, he was frozen.
No, well, yeah, he was frozen.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So his grandson, supposedly, I don't know how
Young
genetically why, it gets passed
Oh.
down the super soldier serum into his grandson, and he ends up becoming another Captain America for the Young Avengers.
that'd be interesting.
Or I think his name is the Patriot or something like that. I don't remember exactly
So many
the
Captain Americas.
superhero name.
yeah, so
that
many
he
super
has.
soldiers and
So
There's
yeah,
only one.
so they've kind of been hinting at like a lot of Young Avengers stuff. So like WandaVision, the two kids, then this guy, then Ant-Man's daughter, and then in the Hawkeye show,
yeah.
Kate Bishop's coming up. So there's kind of a lot of hints at that being a new movie at some point. So kind of cool, a little tidbit, Easter egg that they kind of hinted at.
put in there. Yeah.
But yeah, what else happened in the show? Obviously, new Captain America.
Okay, so sorry to go back to the whole Black Captain America or Sam putting down the shield.
Yeah.
He's been a soldier this whole. He's been a superhero this whole time, right? I just don't buy the fact that he's just not taking it because he's black, because there hasn't been anything.
Oh, I'm not saying it's
leading-
completely just that.
I think that's what they're implementing, and especially now after you said.
I'm confused. Why is that not a big deal again?
Because I don't buy it, because he's been a superhero this whole time. He's
An
been
Avenger.
Hawkeye.
Sure.
Yeah, he's been an Avenger this whole time. So it's
Sure.
not like he's like stepping into the spotlight as a black person. He's
But he
already
is,
been
though.
on the spotlight as a black person, and he would just be taking on like the shield.
I mean,
I
they-
do agree with
Just
him seeing the Black Captain America and then freaking out about that and being like, nah, screw that. Like, look what they did to him back in the day, and like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that anymore. But he gave it up before knowing him.
Yeah.
So it's just like there was no build up to why he gave it up.
Well,
if it's a reason
But
that he's giving it up, is
even
because he's black.
in the end of Endgame, when Steve Rogers gives it to him, he gives him the shield, and he said, "How does it feel?" He said, "It feels like somebody else's." So he doesn't feel like it's his. It doesn't feel like his.
I thought
Yeah.
that was
But-
the implication that he didn't take
but
it,
not only
because
that-
he doesn't want to take over Captain America.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
What?
What's
Falcon.
Falcon.
Yeah.
Falcon.
Yeah.
Is like a C-level character. He'd be stepping into Captain America, which is like the
The-
leader of the Avengers.
Okay.
What are you talking about? That's not the
Sure.
same thing.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's
There's
more.
Yeah, but there's nothing that has led to this idea that he doesn't feel comfortable being there because of the color of his skin.
Disagree again.
Well,
Because
We
he'd
have
be
not
the-
seen anything leading towards that, right? Until
Again, the show is making like real life connections sometimes. So I'll bring back the Superman thing again. Like a lot of times, black people will be, when they're stepping into a role, a lot of times people will look at their color of skin as a factor of whatever is going on. For example, even like The Bachelor.
Yeah.
I'm reading The Bachelor, but they had like the first black bachelor.
Stupid Bachelor.
It was the first black bachelor, and one of the first things he said he was afraid of, like, is that no matter what he does, like, people are gonna criticize something based on the color of his skin, and it happened. Like, for example, if he would have picked a white woman, they would have said, "Oh, well, why did you pick a white woman?" You know, like, or if you would have picked if you would have picked anyone, like, people would have criticized just because of the color of his skin. And they're not. It's not saying that they're gonna just expect certain things. They're gonna want certain things. So for him, like, people were already making comments about color of skin affecting, like, the show and, like, the things he should have done, at least in The Bachelor. And again with the Michael B. Jordan thing,
Yeah.
like, a lot of people don't want don't want a black Superman. Like, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
So in real life, if this is in real life,
Yeah.
if that'd be a really hard decision for him to step into that Captain America role. A lot of people would be going crazy. In real life, they'd be going crazy.
Sure, people get upset with everything though. Like, you can't expect, people get upset with everything. It doesn't, like, I don't know. But
that's his reason then. So you agree that people do get upset?
I think people get upset with everything, and everyone's gonna get upset with anything you do, especially in the spotlight, like him, right? But he was already in the spotlight. I just don't understand why.
It's different,
Why would
Alex.
it-
What are you talking about?
I'm just not buying him being like, I don't know. People are gonna
But
think something of me.
so-
Like,
okay, so-
you're
I don't think
superhero,
he
dude.
was in the spotlight. I don't
You're
think so.
already Falcon.
Okay,
I don't think
but
so. No.
Also, like, the thing that you're putting into it right now is that you're thinking that's the only reason.
Yeah, I think I
How
thought,
you're portraying.
Actually, I didn't
And
know. I thought the reason
now,
was
though.
more. And now I see it because of how you guys explained it. But
Well, yeah,
I thought
but-
the reason was more just because he doesn't want to step into his friends.
Yeah, I mean,
shoes.
he definitely
lot of
does.
things.
Yeah, it doesn't have to just be one thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't just have to be because he's black and he doesn't feel like he would be accepted as a Captain America. It could be a
Sure.
bunch of things.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and I think
You're
that's what
100%.
you're just focusing on that part, and it's not just that. It's all of.
But that is a
income-
part,
Yeah, it is definitely a part.
which I do not
Without
agree
a
with.
doubt.
Can it be a part?
Yeah, that can be a part. Sure. That,
Oh my
that makes
gosh.
sense.
Yeah, and I mean, even let's see, I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Let's
What?
just keep going forward.
What were we gonna
Nothing.
Okay.
Let's see. What else happened?
I'm a little annoyed by them. There was a lot of like race comments throughout the show.
Well, yeah.
There was a
the
lot of that,
police
just like thrown in
thing.
there. It's just like, why are we? What are we doing here? Like, am I watching a superhero show, or am I watching like a political image? Like,
Well-
like, it's just like I don't want
All-
to watch. I'm watching a superhero show. Why are you sprinkling all this political stuff all over it? Like, it just doesn't.
Well, I
All
feel like
TV and
yeah,
film
yeah.
has that.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
really.
say that.
It's unavoidable.
Yeah.
How
Every film,
did
every
WandaVision
show,
have that?
Every film,
Yeah.
every film, every show.
don't remember
Well,
WandaVision.
if it's a good show, it will sprinkle things, sure, things about real life, like events and problems and discussions. It's political, kind of, yeah, sure, but it's like a discussion about real life.
Fiction always bases its stuff off of real life
Yeah.
events. It's
Do you
just
want it to
unavoidable.
be
There's-
completely
there's-
cartoon? And I'm confused.
No, I mean,
It's not a perfect world.
I think
in
you just don't
our
like
world or theirs.
what they're showing.
I
That's
just-
different than
no.
sprinkling
I just
real
don't
life
like that.
things.
Yeah. I don't know. It just takes you right out of it, dude. It just takes me right out of it. It's like, oh, okay, here we go. Like Disney's little spin around with all the little sprinkling of political pop culture today. It's like, okay, like they're gonna do that, but how much are they gonna do that? You know? And like especially episode 2, it was just like comment after comment after comment, like, oh, it's your people, like, oh, this. It's just like, okay, like, what is this show gonna be about? Is it gonna be about Falcon and Winter Soldier, or is it gonna be something like?
It
pushing,
could be
like,
both.
political
Why can't it be both?
message?
He
It
is
can be.
he is a black man in America. It's just
You see that?
gonna.
Yeah.
And he's
But he doesn't. It
it's
doesn't
a
have to be
process of it.
about him being black though. What does it matter that he's being black? And I think that's a problem.
It-
It's like Disney's trying to push this thing like, oh yeah, like this guy stepping into a role as Captain America because he's black, and like they're making it a main focus. It's like that to me takes away from I think what they're trying to do. If you're putting it on the forefront, like doesn't matter that he's black. Okay, he's black. It's fine. Just you don't have to bring his identity up every 10 seconds or bring up the fact that he's black every 10 seconds. Like
it's weird because
nobody cares.
I feel like a lot of people like you are saying like no, they don't care. Like he's like just completely forget about his color of his skin. Just let him like live his life, do what he wants to do in the show, whatever. But in the same breath, will say Michael B. Jordan can't be Superman because he's black. Like, how? How does that make sense? Either completely forget about those things, or don't forget about those things.
Sure.
So in the show, are we forgetting about them or not forgetting about them?
Look, I don't mind it. I don't mind it being done. Like they're gonna put a little bit in there, but they're just doing it over and over again. And it just gets.
It's only been two. It's only been 2 episodes, and it's only been in the second episode, really. So what do you mean over and over again?
I hope it. Yeah, you're right. I hope it doesn't become like a common theme throughout the whole show.
But he is black, and I think a big part of the show is him, like you said, growing into that Captain America mantle, and that is a big part of the story. Like he's black and being and going into that role as a black person. So why wouldn't it be part of the show? Like if it was not, and if it didn't make sense as being part of the show, like they spring it into WandaVision somehow. Like, okay, this doesn't make sense. But it makes sense in this show because he's a black person and he's going into the top role of the Avengers, right? It's Captain America. You keep saying like, oh, he was already in the limelight. Like, no, okay, sure, some people knew about him, but he wasn't on Captain America's level.
Yeah.
Like the guy at the bank barely recognized him, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's not like
the cop
Steve
didn't
Rogers.
even
Yeah,
recognize
Steve
him,
Rogers.
so.
Like everyone recognizes Captain America. Everyone recognizes like the top Avengers.
The top thing too. Yeah.
They don't all recognize the C level characters like that.
Yeah. What else happened? I know, like
Zemo.
Yeah, so at the end of the episode, they're teasing that they're gonna go talk to Zemo because he's the only one. Well, okay, so the reason why they want to go talk to Zemo is because
he would know about the serum, right?
Yes, he would know about the serum. Also, they think that what's his name, the new Captain America, might be tied with Hydra, and he would also kind of know about that. So
the new Captain America might be tied with Hydra.
Yeah, they had that line.
Oh no, I thought he thought the Flag Smash would be tied with Hydra.
Oh, maybe it was that.
I think they thought the Flag Smashers, like maybe
part.
There's a chance that they may be tied with Hydra, and he knows everything about Hydra. What they said.
That's what I
So
thought,
we should go to Zemo.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I'm still confused, like what his role is gonna be. Is he gonna be the leader? Is he gonna be the stockbroker, or there's a like
the power broker?
The power broker.
Stockbroker.
Yeah, stockbroker. Stockbroker.
He's just power broker. Like he controls the super soldiers, or what?
That's kind of the main. Actually, no, because
I think the power broker was trying to stop them.
Remember, the Flag Smashers on the plane. I forgot about that scene, which I'm gonna make fun of right now. When they were flying away, remember? And then the Flag Smashers, they're loading stuff onto an airplane, onto a jet, and when they sacrifice themselves.
That was ridiculous.
Okay, wait. Okay. Well, first of all, okay, I don't know why he
just decided to
kill him. He could have dropped the pole and like, all right.
Yeah.
Or just ran the other direction, you know. he already slowed them down by dropping the pole, and they're still pretty far away. Like he could have booked it, bro. I don't know.
That was a fail scene for sure.
Why he decided to do that? Anyway, it's not the point.
Dramatic effect.
But the point is they're running away from the power broker.
Yeah. I think the power broker might have actually made the super soldiers, or like had somebody make them. And he was expecting them type of thing to work with them, but they're doing their own thing. So he's trying to capture them again. I don't know. That's how I envision it.
How are they gonna if they're all super soldiers, which it kind of makes it out to be like 10 of them? How are they gonna fight 10 super soldiers? I'm so confused.
So this is where I feel like
I think War Machine might come in. Hopefully.
I don't think he's going to.
I hope so.
One of my theories is new Captain America is going to be like, damn, I can't keep up with them. I need to do a super soldier serum. He does it.
Happen. If he does, he
goes bad.
Okay, but then now it's 10 super soldiers plus one super.
Bad in the sense that he's not going to be working with Sam and Bucky. Like he's gonna be opposed to them, but
Yeah.
also opposed to the other people.
So it's like 3 teams now.
Yeah.
Kind of like straight Anchorman in the park scene.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I
like-
think there's gonna be a showdown for sure between Falcon, Winter Soldier, and then the new Captain America.
Yeah.
Once he gets his
I
super soldier
I
serum.
hope that happens, but no, I don't think so because
It's gonna happen.
I saw a preview and they have the shield. They're practicing with the shield.
All right, you need to stop telling me about previews, bro. I don't need
It's
to
a-
know
it's a
what-
preview.
what's gonna happen. What? It's
It's
not making it any
I
better.
knew I was
could've-
gonna get
it-
mad. I thought about
God
not saying it,
damn
but like,
it.
like
It could
Don't.
be a flashback.
Don't.
It does. We don't know what time period
It
was.
could be a
It might have
flashback.
been a flashback.
you know what? You're right. It could be a flashback.
But yeah.
Stupid.
So, I mean, going forward, we know they're gonna have the discussion with Zemo, and he's gonna somehow break out. I feel like, or he's gonna work with them. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but it should be interesting because I think Zemo is one of the biggest Captain America villains in
the
general
comics?
in the comics.
Is he really?
Yeah, so I feel like he's gonna have a pretty
Hmm.
big role to play, and I think I loved him in Civil War. I thought it was
Yeah, I thought it was good.
so
I know some people didn't, but
I was really upset at the end though when they didn't when he didn't fight the super soldiers. But
too.
looking back on it,
Yeah.
you know, it was good. Yeah, it was good.
so yeah, there's a lot. I mean, there's 4 episodes left. Each of them are like 45 minutes or so. So I think there's a good amount of content that we still have no idea. Like I said, I haven't seen anything besides what Sal
Yeah.
just mentioned in the trailers
Yeah,
that
you guys
wasn't
just- yeah.
in the show yet. So
I do want to say it's a little predictable, the show. Like I could see Captain
I
America.
have no idea where he's going.
No, like I'm talking each show individually. Like when they showed the Winter Soldier killing the Asian kid, then they showed the dad, then him killing the Asian guy
When
at the door
Bucky-
with the
Sure.
flashback when he had his dream.
Oh, and then he's
and
talking to dad.
and they showed the dad and he's talking about his
That was
son.
sad.
It's like okay,
that
like
was dumb.
sad.
it was sad.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty sad. But it's like predictable. It's like okay, obviously
predictable?
he killed his son. Like you
What was
already know
predictable?
that he's that Winter Soldier's the one that killed his son.
Well-
that he's fighting with the grief of like.
Wait, when did they
uh,
show the flashback? After or before?
They showed the flashback before. Then they showed them talking at the bar.
So
talking about
then,
his
so
son.
then it was predictable because they already showed a flashback. That's not predictable.
Yeah, but they didn't reveal that it was
That
his
was his
son
son.
until at the end of the episode when he
When
goes
he
to
goes
see his
to
house.
visit him.
And it's just like okay. Like,
No, but I feel like that wasn't part. I don't know. I think the show meant for you to know.
because it was so predictable. Yeah.
No,
that's
no,
what
no,
you
no.
feel
I don't
like that
think.
way.
I
don't
think the show meant for you to know, and then they kind of just closed it by not closed it, but the show needed
Sure,
him,
but
the
even
dad
with-
to know
even
that.
with like Captain America.
Wait, I don't remember that scene. The dad found out. He told the dad.
He didn't
sh-
tell the
they
dad.
showed the.
He
no.
went to go talk to the dad.
He was
And
gonna
then
tell
when
him
the
at the
dad opened the door, there was a picture frame behind him, and it was the son, and it was the person that we saw Bucky kill.
Oh, yeah.
in the past.
Wait.
Big reveal. It's like okay, we already knew that.
No, wait. That wasn't a big reveal. Wait. You're
That
telling
was-
me that was you're telling me that
Leslie.
that's when Bucky found out that was his son.
No. That's when the audience finds out that Bucky killed his son.
I don't think that was meant for that.
What was it for?
I think-
Leslie didn't
I
think.
think-
Leslie didn't think that but it was the same person.
Well, maybe to confirm, but I think again the show because of the flashback happened pretty early on, and then he was talking to the dad, the Asian dad, like, and he talked about the story about losing his son.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty soon after that.
Yeah, it was after
I don't
therapy.
think that
After.
was, the show's predictable. I think that's more like the show was telling you that. We already told that. The end confirmed it
Because it was so
more
predictable.
importantly, the end showing the picture kind of just it was just a way for Bucky to like take back.
So you knew. So you knew it was him when they were having the conversation at the bar.
Yeah,
Um,
knew.
that just
Like 95% knew.
that just tells me how predictable the show is. That doesn't tell
No,
me
I
that
don't think
they
it's-
meant to do that.
It's predictable if it was unintentional, but it was intentional.
I don't think it was intentional because then they wouldn't have a big reveal.
No,
at
but
the
let me
end.
tell you, it wasn't a big reveal. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. At the end, that big reveal, again, maybe to confirm from 95 to 100%, but it was mainly because he went to go tell him at the end. I think he was gonna tell him about what he
the
did.
fate of his son.
He was gonna tell him, and then when he saw that, he was like, "All right, I can't do this." Like,
Yeah.
he decided not to do it. That's what that was for him to decide not to do it.
Yeah, and there was actually there's like a callback, I
Sure.
guess, just in general to like Civil War. There's a scene where Iron Man and Bucky were fighting, and then he says, "Do you even remember them?" And he says, "I remember all of them." So he knows obviously that he had killed his son,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just I don't know. It's one of those things that he has to deal with.
Yeah, I
and
like
that.
Bucky's story much more than I like
Sam's?
Sam's. Yeah,
Me too.
Sam's. I mean, he's like another non-superpowered person. I never like when they don't really have superpowers. They just have gadgets. But that's another thing.
But
He's a
Iron Man's your
soldier,
favorite.
though. Like I mean, Sam's a soldier.
Iron Man's super
Sam's
smart.
in the army.
He's a genius. Iron Man's the
Still
only
relies
one.
on gadgets,
Iron
so.
Man's the only one. Maybe a little Batman because he's dark. But other than that, no one else gets the pass. I'm sorry.
Sure. Yeah, I like Sam's backstory a little
Why are you
more.
hitting on
Just
Iron Man, bro?
because Sam is dealing with all these like mental issues.
No,
Bucky.
I mean Bucky. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. Bucky's
So-
story is just so much more interesting. Like,
Yeah, it's
like-
more interesting.
yeah, exactly. Like, he was controlled for how long? And he's from the past, like kind of also, like
Yeah.
Captain
Yeah.
America.
Oh, I like
So,
the
Hobbit?
The Hobbits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That
pretty
was funny,
funny.
too.
Mhm.
I
Like,
was
oh yeah, I read that back in 1937 when
Yeah.
it first came out.
That's funny.
But yeah, that's gonna do this episode. We'll rate the season at the end of the season instead of doing
Review
it
the
episode by
episode?
episode.
it doesn't
No,
matter.
no, because
Yeah, I think
it's
it's
not
just-
complete. It's not
Did
complete.
we review WandaVision?
I don't know if we actually
I
did.
did.
I feel like we might have forgot
I
to.
thought we did. I thought we did.
I don't remember.
I don't know. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna do it.
Eight and a half
See,
for WandaVision.
See you guys next week.
Wait, but we're gonna watch.
Oh yeah, true.
Godzilla.
Next week, Godzilla, and
We'll
just
do
one
episode 3 and 4 the week after that. How about that?
Two at a time?
So we'll do Godzilla. Yeah, we'll do 2 at a time. It's just so much more to talk about instead of just talking like one episode. So we can do 3 episodes for this show. This one, episodes 3 and 4, and then 5 and 6.
Sure,
Instead of just doing one episode.
fine. That's fine with me.
Yeah, I got a dub here. Thank you.
So
Alright.
we're only gonna watch one movie then.
Yeah, we'll watch Godzilla versus
The
King Kong.
thing that sucks is they're not at AMC theaters.
But they're not. It's not in AMC theaters.
No, because AMC got all pissed at Warner
Bros?
for doing
Oh, they're not
HBO Max.
AMCs?
I
No,
thought
they're
it-
only gonna show them at Regal theaters,
What's Regal?
like Regency.
Wait,
and
do
Oh.
they still have AMC movie pass?
Edwards.
I still do.
Yeah,
They put yours on pause.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna.
Yeah.
they reopened it.
But I went to go see Inception, so I
Inception, Tenet.
Tenet.
turned it on. Or
No, yeah,
Tenet, I'm
no, me
sorry,
too.
Inception.
No, me too. But maybe they
So-
don't have it anymore.
No. It's still charging.
No, they still have it.
Once you went to go see Tenet, they started charging you again, and they tell you like,
Yeah, but I paused it again.
did you really?
No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't pause it. Leslie paused hers.
I'm
I
actually
haven't
not
paused mine.
sure.
God. There's no movies that are gonna come out. I'm gonna cancel mine for sure. It's like I don't want to, but there's no movies. There's no.
Wait,
movies
they're not
gonna
gonna have any of the HBO?
Supposedly, Warner is gonna have like a 2 or 3 week, like exclusive period or something like that.
Oh,
I don't remember.
shit.
I saw like a tweet about it. I didn't read the whole article, so I'm not sure about all the details. But yeah, it's just dumb. But yeah, that's gonna do this episode, you guys. Thanks for stopping by and watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.